Podcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, Ron here. Welcome to the webinar. Let's jump in and take a look at this chart here first. This is a daily, weekly McDonald's chart. Great for longer term trading. And this one's really been smooth up, smooth down. Just want to make sure we have triple confirmation. Got to have blue bar, blue dot, and a blue X to go long. Red bar, red dot, red X to go short. So back in February, actually, for anybody who had this offer back then, first trade actually lost because we put the stop loss, just a couple of pennies under the blue dot. So it would have been a losing trade at the beginning, but that's why we have stops in place. But then we can get right back in again here on the sweet spot. Sweet spot is a pullback back to the blue dots, and the bar goes from green to blue. This is the same rules, same colors and dots, regardless of whether you trade stocks, futures, Forex, whether you do day trading or do longer term trading. It's always the same rules. You just have to try and trade the signals and use the stops versus trading your emotions, and that's the hard part. But if you can, it's been working great for over 20 years. It's not going to stop working today, because you or I are using it, or because we had a losing day or something, or a couple of losing trades. It's just not going to stop working after 20 years. I promise you that. But the intraday has been very frustrating because there's been very little movement, except finally today, the last hour and a half. There was a nice big move, but otherwise it's just been a sideways week, and that's okay. It's going to happen. You just have to grind it out. The market's had all-time highs, so it's very hard to get volatility when it's like that. Doesn't want to go lower, hard to go higher. It's just stuck sideways, and nobody can control that. Nobody in the world is winning, so don't, if it's a bad day or it's going sideways, don't get frustrated because nobody is. Don't feel bad. Nobody can win if it doesn't, have some kind of an up or down movement. If it's sideways, it is what it is. But that's what's so good about AbleTrend is we have the no trade zones. Very often, you'll have both red dots and blue dots or X's, whatever you use, dots or X's, at the same time. So that's the software telling you stay away, no trade. We only trade when everything is blue or everything is red. Otherwise, it means no trade. So getting back to the McDonald's chart here, this was just this was a super trade. Stops go on the previous lower blue dots. What does that mean? Well, like when the price is here, there's the blue dot below. The stop goes on the second lower blue dot, the second level of blue dots below the price, the second level down. There's our triple confirmation short or buying puts if you trade options. And as long as you stay under these red dots, now you're in a downtrend. It means stay short. You're safe. So that's a nice trade at from 210 to 193. There's a lot of money on these charts, but you just have to be patient and follow the rules very strictly. I promise it'll work, but they're all going to be losing trades. I'll promise you that too. Let's take a look at the mini Nasdaq. I like to set it up like this. You can set up any way you like. It's a tick chart above, the 1, 2, 3 chart in the middle, which is our main chart, and then the 3, 9 below. So jumping right in right here, let's just take a look at this. Oh, you're welcome, Deb. Deb says thanks for the webinar. You're very welcome. Mike Z says the new mic is good. Yeah, I know. I'm glad it is. Thanks for saying that, Mike Z. Ian, trading the Russell is 10 cents per tick. Where would you, 4 ticks? Yes, that'd be fine. That would be fine, Ian. Good question. Russell's been really good. I know there's S&P and NQ have been, super sideways, flat, kind of choppy. But I got to say the RTY has been really good. I've been mentioning that for a few weeks, and got a lot of traders doing very well with it. So if the NQ just isn't going well, and again, it's nobody's fault, just take a look at RTY. Sometimes it's trading very nicely when NQ is not. So on your NQ today, opening trade, triple confirmation, it's basically about a break even. Another trade right here would be stopped out there. Sweet spot right here, stopped out there, another break even, just it's the way it's been. But, it's better than losing. You've got to put those stops in place. That's the key. No trade zone here, short trade there, stop out there, break even. Why there? Previous higher row of red dots. There's the one dot. There's the second higher row. Then, of course, you've got this big long bar. Obviously, we're not touching it. Michael K says, RTY is the bomb. Yeah, he's been doing really well, and some other traders have really been doing very well on RTY. So as sideways as NQ has been, RTY has been very good. Take a look at both of them. You don't have to be married to one. Obviously, not going to touch a big long bar like that. Just got to wait for a smaller bar. These two bars, it's just, you can't touch the long bars. If it's more than 10, 12 points, just let it go. And these were 15 and 20. But valid trade right there. And, lost a point or two on that one. So just a bunch of nothing going on, as you could see. And the dead zone, which is from 12:30 to 2 o'clock Eastern, has just been really dead. Now, 3 9-minute chart is another option when the volatility index, the VIX, is under 14 like it's been. So I'm giving you 2 options when the NQ or ES, whatever you trade, is real sideways and choppy like it's been. Check either go up to the 3-minute, 9-minute, although I would always use the 1, 2, 3 chart, the first and last hour. I don't care, what's going on in the market or what the VIX is. First and last hour, I would always use the 1, 2, 3. However, check the 3, 9. You might look and go, oh, I like that better. Yeah, a lot less trading, when the market's sideways and choppy. That's option 1. Option 2, check the Russell on the 1, 2, 3 chart. And you can also use 3, 9, but check the Russell. RTY is the symbol. Been very, very good. So a couple of options there when everything is just sideways. And then another, basically a break even there because we'll short there, out there. Who knew this was coming? Again, you have to take all the trades because here's a perfect example of who knew this was coming ahead of you. As sideways and choppy as it's been the last couple of days. You just wouldn't know it. That's why you've got to take all the trades. And you got to just be a robot and follow a couple simple rules. Because you hit a home run big time right here. Any one of these red bars is triple confirmation, and it's just going sideways. So if you missed the first one, you had a couple more chances. This is a killer. That's a great trade right there. That's a lot of money. Now, here's your 2 green bars. Stop goes previous higher red dots like we talked about. Now, once you're in profit and you're in a decent amount, you pick whatever you like, 150, 200, whatever you say, hey, you know what, it's a nice little profit right now, especially with the sideways market. There's your 2 green bar stop, which at this point your stop would be here. Here's the first red dot, there's the second one. I've got 2 green bars. I'm lowering my stop. I'm bringing my stop from up here, which is about break even, all the way down to here. Wow, now I just locked in 10 points. I like that. I locked in $200. Cannot lose. I like when it's a $200 move. 1 minute bars, Barry. I only use 1 minute bars always. Always, always, always. This is a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute chart. I never, ever use anything else except the 3-9, as I just discussed, on a really sideways day, and it's not the first or last hour. But I mean, look at this trade right here. I mean, I assume everybody, serious AbleTrend traders who have the software and trade with it, I mean, had that trade. There's certainly no reason not to. One point above the top of the green bar, Ken. Good question. 1 point above the top of the 2 green bars when we're short. Obviously, on a long trade, you put it 1 point below. So what we're doing is we're moving our stop loss from up here down to here. We just locked in a guaranteed 200. Michael Z says he got that one. Hey, Michael K for 24 points. Great job, guys. 24 points. That's $500. Sweet. I love it. Well done, Michael. Both Michaels. Okay, now you say, okay, well, what do I do now? It's going lower. Well, obviously we like that. It's going back to red. Here's 2 more greens. Now we're going to put the stop right there, 1 point higher. And right here, we're ticked out of it. That's about a 22 point winner. That's $440. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. John's saying he can only trade in the morning, first 3 hours, but he's been very consistent with the rules. Good job, John. I can tell you that the first 3 hours and the last 2 hours are the best times to trade. The last 2 hours I love. Okay. And then we had another one right here. Now, let's check this. Here's a perfect sweet spot. Boy, that's a textbook sweet spot because that's a pullback back to the red dots, green back to red. Well, let's check and see if the tick chart agrees because we're not taking it unless tick says to do it. 1 point, Barry, 1 point above or below the 2 green bars. Same rules as we've been using for years. Okay, right at 1500, which is 3 o'clock. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, actually 1510. So here's where we're going to get short. Not going to get it on here. Tick chart says, not yet. Tick chart agrees right about in here. So we're short at 82.32. Stop goes at the previous higher red dot. Keep moving the stops lower as the dots go lower, but always lag 1 level higher, just like same rules as we've been using years, as I always say. Here's your 2 greens, and we're in profit. Only when you're in profit do you use the 2 greens. So the stop is here at the moment. We're moving it down here. Wow, we're locking in a lot of profit here. We're really taking a lot of risk out of this trade. That's what I like. And that was another, that was a 15-point winner, so I assume everybody had that or came close to that. I mean, even if you got most of that, that'd be fine because you're stopped out right there. That turned out to be about 15 points, another 300. So after a rocky start, really a rocky couple days, I always tell it like it is. Well, in 1 hour, we went positive very nicely. We went way ahead in 1 hour. 2 great trades, a $400 and a $300 trade back to back. That's $700 in 1 hour for everybody using AbleTrend, taking the trades and following this couple simple rules and using the stops. And that was pretty much it. Oh no, we did have a losing trade toward the end here. That's a valid triple confirmation short. And we lost 5 points. So turned out to be a great day, being that the afternoon was the $400 and $300 back-to-back trades. So good stuff. I can email you the trading rules again, Ken. No worries. You're welcome, Rick. The webinars are recorded, and you're welcome, Ken, and they should be on the website, Mike. And I hope this was helpful. So, wait a minute, John, once you get the tick charts to confirm, do you wait for the minute bar to close before entering? If the tick chart, we always wait for the minute bar to close, the first one to close. Once that first triple confirmation closes, you're in any time after that. And Chad had a question on the daily weekly. The weekly may be changing from red to blue. How do you deal with weekly? Yeah, that's a good question, Chad. If the price closes above the red X, say you have a buy signal, and the price closes above the red X, this is the same rule for the 1, 2, 3 chart, you can get into that trade. I mean, technically you'd want to wait till the end of the week, but sometimes you can't. I mean, you don't want to miss the trade either. So the rule is if the price closes above here, like an example would be like right here. This is actually kind of an example. And we can just assume this is a daily weekly to answer your question. You see if you have the red dots here, red X's here. You've got blue bar, blue dot, blue X. But, if the week isn't over, it can change. Until the week is over, then it will never change. So if the price closes above the red X, which is resistance, it's okay to add a touch more risk to the trade and take it. So that's how you deal with that. Michael Z, for RTY, yeah, use 4 ticks is fine. 4 ticks. But if you want to stretch that to a little more, you're comfortable with that, perfectly fine. All right, thanks everyone for being here. I hope I was helpful, and have a good night.